Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. Happy Black Friday. Hopefully, your belly is filled with undried turkey, sweet cranberries, and sweet potatoes. I don't know. What do you eat on Thanksgiving? Do you eat bananas on Thanksgiving? I don't know. I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving in many years, only what I've seen on TV. But we're going to talk about XRP. We're going to talk about the crypto market. We're going to talk about all the latest and the greatest crypto news. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button if you're not out getting all the Black Friday deals at the mall, getting pushed around by thousands of people. I really appreciate it to all of you joining me on this day. Right now, XRP is sitting at $2.22, up 1% here for XRP. The market yesterday was pretty sleepy. I knew a lot of people were watching the football games, were spending times with the family. So I was like, you know what, we'll talk tomorrow. And we didn't see much happen, so it wasn't the biggest loss in the world, right? We're currently seeing Bitcoin again over 90,000, holding over 90,000. So, where everybody was like, oh no, it's the end, right? And we saw Bitcoin recover. The fear and greed index is back to 25. We haven't been in this level for the past 2 weeks. So we're back. Basically, this was on the 24th of November, right? So the 24th of November, we were all, sorry, not the 24th, the 12th of November, we were, around the 100,000 range. So we're back to the same fear we were when the little bit of a sell-off started happening. Of course, well, it's not a little bit, it was coming off of that high, right? And Bitcoin ended up falling 35% in about a month and a half. XRP, of course, if you take the peak of the peak, right, and you take out of consideration the 10th of October, is down 50% in the last 3 months. This is part of the ups and downs of the market, right? If something is going to go up from 50 cents all the way to 3.6, there's a possibility that it pulls back 50% as well. We have to take that into consideration. I was looking back to see where we were last year after Thanksgiving. Interestingly, right, this run up, right, started happening right after Thanksgiving, right? XRP, this was Thanksgiving here, this Thursday, right? And then we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we had a huge run up. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is something that's going to happen again. We're in a totally different situation right now, but in 4 or 5 days, it went up almost 100%. Okay. So that was, a crazy time. I remember while it was happening, but it's funny, I'm thinking about where we were 1 year ago and where we are right now for XRP and in the crypto market. And I started thinking to myself, where are we going to be next year, right? Next Thanksgiving, next Black Friday, where are we going to be with XRP? Where are we going to be with the market? And it's very interesting to think about it and to talk about it. Hopefully we're in a better situation, but you never know. Again, I don't know what the markets are going to do day to day. Of course, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. This video is for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. Okay, please do your own due diligence. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media. I'm not on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm not sending you DMs. The only Telegram is the free and open Telegram group that is linked here in the description. That's it. I'm not befriending you. I'm not DMing you. Be very careful. There's a lot of scammers out there. Okay. Now, it will be interesting to see where the market goes from here, right? I still have my leverage positions that I opened up a few what was it already, a week ago? Something like that. They're up nicely. If you are interested, I just saw that I was logged out. If you are interested, our partner BYDFI will give you opportunity to trade. You can go long, you can go short. We still have this competition going on for the next 7 days. We're lots of XRP. If you're interested, a link is in the description down below. You use my link, I will get a commission. You will get bonuses. You'll be part of the competition. So again, link is in the description down below. You sign up, you go through my website here, and you click BYDFI, and you can get those amazing opportunities. Again, please, please, please trade responsibly. They are a partner of the channel, again, so I will get a commission, and please trade responsibly. Be very careful out there. We'll see what happens here. There is something interesting happening right now. I don't know if they'll fix it by the time you're watching this, but CME Group has suspended trading of futures and options amid data center issue. They're having a problem with their cooling systems in their server farm. Maybe this gets fixed, but there's not going to be future trading. That could be interesting because we know that the CME gap creates problems, right? Where the gap gets closed. So if there's no trading on futures and, we're at 91,325, right? And Bitcoin suddenly, I don't know, let's say moves up, that could create a big gap. And what will happen with that Monday? Although it is a short trading day, only half a day, right, on the stock market today. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. People that will say, well, it's Black Friday, yada, 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 right? Well, last year, remember, XRP went up big time. So it doesn't mean anything that today's Black Friday. But again, we'll see how the markets play out. I found this interesting. President Trump said that the U.S. may, okay, this is a may, a very big may, completely cut income tax due to tariff revenue. We know that this is something that is on the minds of Americans, of course, because income tax is, of course, one of the biggest taxes that we all pay. And if you live in a country like somewhere in Scandinavia, a lot of you have told me that it's 50%, or if you live in Dubai where it's 0%. It's a totally different scenario, and it's a totally different life, and it's a totally different outcome, right? So this will be interesting to see if they can do this down the line. If they accumulate enough revenue, Trump is probably not going to be the president by then. And it will be interesting to see what they do. If they do something this drastic, or they, invest it back into the country, maybe, right? That's an idea. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. We're also seeing the US dollar, right? A fourth consecutive technical down day from its last peak. It's the first time that this happened since USD cycle top in September of 2022, the same top which coincided with stock market and Bitcoin bear market bottom. Further relief likely to continue for Bitcoin and crypto. Very early days, the trends are yet to flip and unlikely to occur in a straight line, but the signs are there. So again, the weakening of the dollar could potentially mean people going into other assets or higher risk assets. And this, again, will be interesting to see how it plays out. This is interesting as well. We talked a while back about how the amount of XRP was dwindling on Coinbase. Now we're seeing something similar happening on Binance. Binance reserves are dropping fast as long-term and institutional buyers accumulate XRP. Long consolidation periods in XRP followed by a squeeze above key moving averages have historically been followed by strong moves. The most recent reads shows reserves near 2.7 billion XRP, down sharply from early October levels. Typically, shrinking exchange balances signals that long-term holders and institutional buyers are absorbing supply faster than traders are returning it to the market. This trending aligns with increased spot XRP ETF inflows, which logged more than 21 million in inflows on Wednesday. Interesting, right? So the amount of XRP reserve has gone down about 300 million there, because it went from about 3 billion to 2.7 billion. And there's been a lot of talk about, I've seen these videos out there about how the current situation with XRP ETFs and quote unquote, right, there's going to be no XRP out there, something like that, where the thinking is that there's the ETFs are accumulating XRP through OTC and through market makers, and they're not really affecting the price of XRP because they're using those back channels, right? But theoretically, we could get to a situation where there's none left, right, on those back channels, and then they have to go straight directly to the market. The only thing is that there is the escrow that comes out every month, and that could add liquidity to the situation. But again, we'll see. I know there's a lot of people like Jake Clever and those people that have been calling for big numbers. But we'll see. Again, I don't like to jump ahead when we're still under $3, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Of course, I will be happy if Jake is right, but right now it seems that he's very far away. Something also that is happening right now is that there is the options that are set to expire today, about 15.4 billion. So again, that could cause a little bit of volatility, and we'll see how that plays out. So very, very interesting day today. See, XRP actually started moving while we are speaking. Maybe that's that's what's going on. It's the pressure of the options, right? And we'll see what's going on. Everything started moving to the upside. What time is it? No, there's no specific time. It just suddenly volume came in a little bit. Again, maybe by the time you're watching this, we're up 3-4%. Maybe we're down 3-4%. The market on a day like today, again, when many people are not glued to the screens and not glued to the markets, there could be a lot of interesting volatility, algos that are taking advantage of low liquidity. We see these things similar on, the weekend, where we could have a little bit of a movement to the upside and then a pullback, or the opposite. You see a pull down and then it comes back. So again, we need to be very careful with these kind of days, and we'll see how it plays out. Again, hopefully you had a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrated. The 60% of you that are from the US that watch the channel. And to everybody else, hopefully you had a regular Thursday and you did something interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, join the free Telegram group, follow me on X to join the Black Friday birthday raffle there for that 100 smackaroos. Check out the links in the description down below. Check out BYDFI if you are interested in trading. Again, it's an affiliate link, so I will get a commission. Thank you for that. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond. You can also drop a super thanks if you want. Smash the like button. That's, of course, important. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.